everyone, welcome to the last installment of the Best in Boston series. This video we're going to be doing snacks and desserts. First stop right behind me is Kane's Donuts in Boston. This is the original location in Saugus, Massachusetts. People swear by this place. Next, we're gonna be headed to a French bakery called Colette. And then after that, Mei Mei Dumplings, which is more of an Asian flair. Lastly, we're gonna be headed to Chaji Creamery. Quite a few different selections, ways of snacking and injecting sugar into your body. Really excited to get started, so we're gonna head in. So we are outside of Kane's Donuts, and this is a Boston native, founded by mom and pop chain. They have evangelized the power of donuts as a national phenomenon. It's one of the top 10 donuts in the US. I'm a savory girl. I'm not too big into the pure icing on the cake, 150% concentrated sugar gelatin. So I couldn't help myself. Today I got a few combo items, sweet and salty fluid combination. Oh, I see you. This is an authentic bagel breakfast sandwich. There's bacon in here. There's supposed to be cheese, egg. Gotta expose it to the beauty of the sun. This comes on their honey glazed donut. That's the buns on this breakfast sandwich. Yeah, that's good. The reason why this donut at Kane's is so phenomenal is because of how fluffy this donut is. It is not cakey and thick and overwhelming, sit in your stomach to slowly kill you kind of cake. It was so easy to enjoy. This is really good. This whole thing is completely made by the donut. I remember having a donut burger in New York City, and it was so hard to eat. A triple decker, oozy-goozy mayo, trans fatty, made to drain life away from me. This is a perfect, refreshing breakfast item. It's kind of life-changing for me. I'm not a sugary person. Maybe I would go for this over like a McDonald's breakfast sandwich. Right? That's so good. I'm trying to like catalog me reaching into the funnel of this donut bag, pulling out what I already smell to be maple, goozing my nose palate. Reminds me of Canada. This is your bacon studded maple glazed donut. I'm already feeling how fluffy and airy it is. Like this. This maple, it's really not even half of the body of this donut. This is the definition of more with less. I would like icing if I could just taste it a little bit less. I like the dough so much because it does feel nostalgic. First donut I've had that even tastes anything like a fried dough stick. Youtiao, which is like oil rod, oil stick, oil long thing. It's like a croissant youtiao baby. That flaky crustiness with that fried doughiness. You know how they make fries in McDonald's and just like leave it in there like the Titanic? I feel like this, they just dip it in the oil ever so lightly, like maximizing the doughiness. I still prefer the breakfast sandwich because this is still noticeably sweet. You see more maple than bacon here. Breakfast sandwich, it's like a true fusion of salt and sugar. True fusions that are done really well, always tops for me, can't beat it. That's a testimony to Kane's. They do both, and they do both together very well. Gluten is love, and even if you're not glutinous and gluten doesn't love you, this is the best place to even get gluten-free donuts. They have a whole gluten-free line here. They make whatever form of dough really shine. So this is really impressive. I'm standing outside Colette Bakery, and this place is in Medford. I'm wearing this because we just literally transitioned from a violent downpour and apocalyptic flood-like waters coming throughout this entire area. And we were trapped inside for a while, so that gave us time to actually chat with the owner. She has an amazing story, and so we're gonna hear from her and then try 3 of their amazing, phenomenally authentic French pastries.
My name is Natalie. We arrived in the United States 5 years ago, and we decided to open a bakery 3 years ago in Boston. It's a family business, so me and my husband. My son is the pastry chef. My daughter's working too here. So yeah, we opened during the pandemic 3 years ago. That was a big challenge. Fortunately for us, as soon as we opened, everybody who lived around here came, even if they knew that we can come only one person at a time. They were waiting for hours. Now we opened a second one in Melrose last year, and this year we opened a third one back there. We have some article from Boston Globe said that we are one of the best bakery. Last week we had Boston.com who said that we are the best croissant in Boston. So that was that was great. We love it. Just to see smile on the face of the people when they come and try our bakery. That's what make me wake up early in the morning.
What has been something that has been really surprising to be in this location, to inject French culture into this particular neighborhood in Boston?
When we first opened, some people were saying you should put more sugar in your pastry because American, they like sweet things, and I like, no, we are just going to do our French recipe. The people, they try and they come back. You eat pastry with moderation. It's only fresh from the day, no preservative. That's the secret.
I come from a family and a culture that doesn't like too sweet. The best compliment is, oh, it's not too sweet. You serve up authentic ingredients that are so rich, but you don't feel like you're gonna die. Yeah. I ordered, as you know, the chocolate eclair, Paris and lemon tart. What should people who are tasting these three look out for?
The eclair, when we open at the beginning, the people, they say, okay, I want an eclair. Is it white cream inside? I say, no, this is French eclair. Chocolate eclair, chocolate cream, coffee eclair, coffee cream, vanilla eclair, vanilla cream. And they're like, no, this is not the eclair. I'm like, oops. But in France, yes. At the beginning, they didn't want to try, and after when they tried, they came back.
I'm really excited to try these. Any kind of eclair, coffee, vanilla, chocolate, classic pastry. It's got nuggets, probably of chocolate on top here. Dough feels really robust, beautiful texture. This looks and feels real good. This is really good. I love the cream that just squirts out at you. Very pure, chocolatey, but not overwhelming and heavy. Whenever there's too much extreme sugar, I get scared away. I could eat this by itself all day. Nice and cool. It's like the best kind of chocolate ice cream. No brain freeze. The dough, much higher quality. Thicker, but it's not any more greasy or oily. Really responsive dough. Big fan.
Paris-Brest is the name of two cities. Cake made from a cycling race from Paris to Brest. Brest is in Brittany. After this race, they made a special cake, the shape of the wheel of the cycle.
It looks amazing. It looks like a donut of bliss. This is so beautiful. I don't know how to eat it. I think you need a fork, right? You don't have to. I'm sure people have done this. Wow. This one is decadent. There's a nice texture because the hazelnut on top here. It is like a donut sandwich in some ways. The middle is just cream. If you want something a little bit more decadent and rich, and if you like anything praline flavored, I would go for this.
Lemon tart, it's a touch of the English, because we have the meringue, so it's like a key pie. Each pastry that we have come from different region. Each pastry has a story. You have to try, and you can ask us where is that from, and we can answer.
It looked amazing online and it looks amazing here. The meringue peels back and reveals the delectable tarty lemon. This is definitely not meant to be eaten with my hand. I mean, I don't have like a fork and knife. I always struggle when I'm trying to hold my camera with a fork, so. This is like always happening to me. Oh my gosh. It's either like the lemon bars that you eat. It's a very familiar flavor. See, when you bite into that, the cross section. I'm gonna make this even uglier and try the meringue side. This is just like my favorite flavor profile. is so sturdy. There's a density here to every item. I think my favorite of these three is the eclair. I haven't had an eclair that's been this fantastic, full on flavor profile, texture. The Paris breast is the most unique one. Someone like me who's a little bit more quantity over quality in terms of dessert. I want to eat a lot of it because I don't eat it very often. This can get really heavy, but it's really, really unique. And I really love the nuttiness and the cream. We're definitely going to be sharing this with our friends and our community here. So thank you so much for doing what you do and for being a presence in this neighborhood.
This is very nice to see.
So I joined Maymay about 5 years ago and am now one of the managing partners. It's funny, I came into the business almost a little bit snobbish about Asian food, that it needs to be traditional. And I think one of the beauties about fusion is it doesn't have to be traditional. It can be what you are. I'm personally a mix of Chinese, Hawaiian, Korean, Dutch, and English. So I think our food really represents a lot of people who feel like they come from a multicultural environment, and it doesn't have to be a specific this or a specific that.
What does authentic Chinese American New England fusion mean for you?
I would say authentic Maymay Chinese American fusion means finding best ingredients of our region. We use things like cranberries in some of our recipes while taking the basis of Chinese recipes and Chinese flavors and then playing with it, doing a lot of recipe R&D to come up with something that is ultimately delicious. Some of the recipes that we've been known for over the years is a cranberry sage pork dumpling, starting with the basis of a traditional Chinese pork dumpling, but adding cranberry, adding sage, a very New England ingredient to come up with some new flavor.
I actually just played with, during the pandemic, making Thanksgiving dumplings.
There you go.
And I thought it was so unique. My mom would always very intentionally mistakenly buy ham instead of turkey. She loved cherry picking things from American culture, but also very potluck Chinese dumplings.
One fun thing is we teach dumpling classes here, and a lot of people who still grew up making dumplings come to our class and they say, I was only allowed to fold dumplings this way. And they almost feel a bit of a relief. Our food can be a little bit freeing, and our dumpling folding can be a little bit freeing.
I love seeing the dumpling shapes back here, even in the shapes and the textures. You guys bring all these different flavors. What has been really exciting or challenging for you about introducing this stuff into the neighborhood?
We've been around since 2012. Something that really always surprises and delights us is that there's such a wide demographic of people who are attracted to Maymay, kind of maybe unexpected from different age ranges as well. We'll get students come in all the way from retirees. We're always so happy to see the different age ranges and people from all over that come to enjoy our food.
What's been something you look forward to the most about the rest of this year?
Number one was we opened this space in January, so we're just so excited to be here. 5,500 square feet. We're moving from about an 1,800 square feet space, really looking for more space to grow our business. I'm really excited to see where the team can help take our business, and that is what we say is global dumpling domination. We're moving towards wholesale, and we hope to be in a bunch of grocery stores in the regional area by this time next year.
Over here is where we make all of our dumplings. In the fall, we bought this machine from Taiwan. It can actually produce about 10,000 dumplings an hour. Then they get cooked off over here. We bring them out. And then over here is the blast chill freezer. So this cools it down to either fridge or freezer temperature. And after that, they come to get packed over here. And then we can take a peek of where they get stored. This is our freezer. Those are all of our packs that go out to farmers markets on that side. And then one of my favorite things about the space is the takeout window. So this rolls up. Eventually we'll be able to serve beer and wine, do a lot of fun patio events as well. And that's that.
Hi. Wow. Hi, Sebastian. I'll definitely be introducing your food, especially after we eat today. So thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thanks for doing this.
It's during COVID too, so that was part of the motivation.
Thank you, Lisa.
Now we're seated. Ordered 3 tried and true favorites. A double awesome, their uniquely fusion scallion pancake sandwich. All the online reviews raving about this double awesome sandwich, so we definitely had to get this. Second, the scallion pancake cheeseburgers. Egg and cheese and all American ingredients surrounded by the loaves of the scallion pancake. Lastly, just the dumpling samplers, because after all, this new space we've opened is dedicated to dumpling making and dumpling evangelism. So we have to try their actual dumplings. Great, thank you so much.
And then the soya only goes well with everything.
Okay.
It's the top sauce. And then you
Okay,
can-
it'll be gone. Great, thank you. Let's start with the double awesome. You've got the cheese, the egg, air pocket under the dough, the scallions, very responsive, that soft yolk that we all love. Okay, that's really good. A great over easy egg with that drippy yolk, oozy and cheesy, herbaceous. I think I'm gonna add the thing that goes well with everything, the soy aioli. That's it. I'm gonna go rogue, add some spicy ketchup. I like that one too. Beautiful, tangy, zingy. This is a pretty close scallion pancake to the ones that I used to eat almost all the time and loved. Wraps you up like a blanket, envelops you in the warm embrace of your heritage. This seems like a great side with some red cabbage. It almost reminds me of those Japanese salads I like so much. Kind of miso dressing with the ginger. I feel like it is very similar. I really appreciate how much veg is in here. This is a perfect snack. You don't eat this for a snack? Here's the dumpling. This is the tofu mushroom. This is the pork. And on the right, potato scallion. So let's try. It is 5-spice tofu. Mixes really well with the earthy mushroom. This is a really nice bite. The apple might add some nice thing to it. I think that was the recommended pairing, and I can see why that's recommended. If you got this dumpling sampler, try tofu mushroom and chili apple. Highly unlikely a regretful decision. This is classic pork. Look at that bumpage. It's amazing bumpage. I think I'm gonna try the close to traditional decision. Put some soy sauce over this. Wow, I'm impressed by this pork filling. This pork filling. I'm a big pork flavor critic because my mother is the #1 pork dumpling specialist in China. She's made pork dumplings her whole life. I wasn't sure what the pork would taste like, but if you even just look in here, that is a classic lumpy pork filling that you want to look at. Will you guys be really judgmental if I do this? Because I'm kind of judging myself. Kind of looks and feels wrong. It doesn't taste wrong. Last one, this potato filling. I'm gonna dip this in the ginger. Wow, this tastes like a cheesy mashed potato filling. Wow, that does taste a little like Thanksgiving. If you like anything potato, go for this. I'm a bigger fan of the tofu and the pork just because I'm a girl of the essence. If I enjoy the essence of something, I will appreciate anything that tries to work with it. Potato, it's amazing. All the farmers that my family is related to ate only potatoes, and I wouldn't be here without potatoes, but I just like tofu better than potatoes. Last but not least, this is our cheeseburger, guys. It looks almost like a avocado aioli or pesto-y sauce. This feels like a donut burger, but like closer to my heart. Oh yeah, feels like umami has inhabited an American burger. This flavor is like a bomb. I really love how creamy this is. I feel like truffle aioli has approached this level of creamy earthiness. And I want to actually dip it in probably the ketchup. I'm more American about this. Wow, that's crazy. I almost thought I was eating like a Boston Burger Company burger with all the cream, the decadence, and like spice and like different layers of ingredients that don't feel like they quite fit together, but they make it work somehow. Well, this is much thinner and it makes me feel better about my life. The most unique and surprising thing about this filling continues to remind me of a dumpling filling. The way that that meat is ground up. If you like burgers, definitely recommend you come here for this. And this is probably one of the most outstanding, unique fusion items here. All in all, this experience was so unexpected in a very pleasantly surprising way. Literally, we were a walk-in today. It was amazing how we were just let in, how casual and chill everyone was, how welcoming and warm they were. In terms of the food, it feels thoughtful, healthy, really balanced pairing with the vegetables. Out of all the things we've had today, which were all fantabulous, I think I recommend this burger as my #1 choice. I feel like this burger is just more category defying, and I'm very novelty driven. I feel guilty to the part of myself that wants to like the double awesome the most. But the way that this burger patty resembles a dumpling filling sort of redeems that guilt for me. I think it's the epitome of what this experience has felt like as a whole for me. I'll have one more place I'm hitting up, and it's gonna be more of like a dessert place, so I'll see you there. It's just gonna grab a ube sundae from Chaji Creamery, which is behind me. If you want a quick bite, grab and go. We're in Quincy, Massachusetts. Amazing, very efficient, served almost immediately. Ube is one of my favorite new flavors. I still am a taro lover, but ube takes all the magic of taro and combines it with a little bit more sweetness and character. We've got some iconic American cornflakes and some pearls just dotting the surface of this ube with a little bit of mochi and a little bit of cornflake. Ooh, responsive lift. No brain freeze. Oh, it's cold.
Really scary.
Oh, that is so good and so cold, and it tastes amazing. This ube is out of this world. I love this ice cream. Definitely come here and try this. Okay, so we've had our soft serve. This is the last video in this series. I'll have a new series coming out soon. Stay tuned for what that is. As a wrap for this video, I was floored by the multicultural experiences I had just snacking around Boston. 4 different places, completely different vibes, completely different relationships and experiences. This is the first video I actually had the privilege of interviewing real people. I've been watching some seriously thoughtful interviews posted by larger networks than myself with real videographers and people walking around. I was inspired to just ask for a few minutes of time with some of these restaurant owners. I've been scared out of my pants to do this. People get really curious and suspicious when you're sneaking around a very intimate space with a camera and a phone. But I would have to say this has made it so much more meaningful for me. I loved the interview we had with the owner at Colette, Natalie. It touched my heart to see her audacity and her authenticity in holding on to authentically French desserts and pastries, putting that almost forcefully into the neighborhood and seeing people transform their opinions, their experiences of what was French. I loved how she persevered and drove what she believed in and shared that with the community. The last place we went to, Maymay, personally the content was very resonant. Obviously, as a Chinese American, I've struggled to find fusion that has felt authentic. Not just trying to hold on to Chinese, not just trying to hold on to American, making food that actually brings the heart and soul of both together in a way that mirrors a life experience of somebody who slaps Kraft cheese onto her scallion pancake because that's what's in the fridge kind of experience. That was the experience at Maymay, and I just loved seeing their creativity come to life. In terms of the food itself, they're so different. If you want the best breakfast sandwich of your life, go to Saugus, Massachusetts, Lincoln Avenue, Kane's Donuts. If you want authentically French pastries, anything sweet that is actually French, go to Colette Bakery. Go run especially to their chocolate eclairs. If you want authentic Chinese American New England fusion, taste fried dumplings out of this world, definitely go to May's. And if you want anything ube that will blow your mind for the rest of your life, definitely come to Chaji Creamery. I really loved being in this series, literally finding some of my favorite restaurants in Boston with all of you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for sharing the journey with me. Until the next series, thanks and bye.